Hello, and welcome to week 5 of Trauma-Informed Intervention for the Educational Professional. Weeks 4 review. We did the 6 R's. This continues into the next few weeks and into the assignment due in week 6 and some of the discussion boards in week 7. So keep those readings handy. We had a substantive look at a mission and vision and alignment with trauma-informed principles, or based on the discussion boards in some of your cases, misalignment with trauma-informed principles, or just complete ignorance or ignoring of them. And great work with your evidence-based recommendations. I will be finishing up the discussion boards hopefully tonight, and then getting to work on all of those papers. For week 5, the theme is self-regulation, executive functioning, and applying the 6 R's. You're going to watch this video and respond to the discussion board. You're going to read/view websites and articles combined for weeks 5 and 6. You're going to complete 2 discussion board learning activities. One is individual. One is currently group, but I'm going to change that to individual. So you will see that change as we don't have time for group work. Everybody is wrapping up the school year and very, very busy. And then we're going to start working on assignment 3, which is due week 6. A couple of housekeeping items. Several of you have reached out for extensions and have been approved. Specifically, if those are for responding to discussion boards, know that I will probably grade them as they currently are. When you update them, please email me to have me regrade them. So for assignment 3, which will be due in 2 weeks now, so Saturday the 15th, you're going to use the 6 R's as a template to prepare a lesson, practice, or presentation, infusing one or more of the 6 R's as it relates to self-regulation and executive functioning. Conclude with key learnings and insights. There's 2 parts to this. First, the paper that is due the Saturday that I mentioned, and part 2 is to post a 1-page overview of your lesson, practice, or presentation, infusing the 6 R's to the designated week 7 discussion board post. So the 6 R's will follow us all the way through the end of the course. I'm going to pop over to pull up the discussion boards for this week. So utilizing the 6 R's, as you already know them, to describe or enhance teacher self-awareness of the 6 R's in a recent lesson, subject, or topic you taught, led, or managed, or a lesson, subject/topic you will be planning soon. How many of the R's might you implement into your teaching methods? Attached, right down here, is an example of the 6 R's and classroom integration. You may use the grid to expand on a teaching topic of your choice and how you might articulate the 6 R's. If they're not all applicable, note in depth the one that you will focus on for the lesson. It is okay if it is only, 1 or 2. Try to hit as many of them as you can. And as always, please give feedback to 2 of your cohort colleagues as a minimum. And number 2, so individually rather than as a team, provide 3 possible interventions. An example intervention has been provided for you. So your team, which is just you, should post 3 interventions in addition to the example. And for this one, since you are doing more work and not as a team, you only need to respond to 1 of your cohort colleagues. I will edit the description of this after this recording is done and starting to process. For me this week, as I know many of you, unlike me, get to break in the summer, I want to know what you are going to do to recharge in your time off. And if you are like me and you work year-round, what are you doing to keep your motor running? Here. All right, preview of assignment number 3. 6 R's of a positive educational experience. This is a 3rd-person paper that should, as always, include an introduction, a conclusion, headings, index citations, etc. But the bulk of it should be preparing a lesson, practice, or presentation infusing one or more of the 6 R's in relation to the student self-regulation and executive functioning. Identify your key learnings or insights. As always, please refer to the syllabus and rubric for more details. From the rubric, your action plan design clarity. Student clearly states a complete list of specific feasible steps towards their goal. Student details every necessary step to successfully implement the action plan, and potential barriers are clearly defined as our strategies to address them. Content and message. The student demonstrates a thorough understanding of context as it relates to infusing the 6 R's as they relate to self-regulation and executive functioning, and focuses all elements of the assignment. Use appropriate, relevant, and compelling content to illustrate mastery of the subject. We will go into a deeper dive of assignment 3 in next week's opening remarks. But if you have any questions, please be in touch and have a great week.